Hello, my dear friends of the Feng Shui. Welcome to another episode of Change Your Space with Feng Shui, the basics. So, if you feel or just okay in your home, how about changing that to being proud of your home, feeling nourished and supported, creating the space you really want to live in with Feng Shui? Hi, I'm Sandra, and I have been teaching and consulting Feng Shui for almost 20 years, first in Germany and now here in beautiful New Zealand. In this series, Change Your Space with Feng Shui, you can discover how some of the most basic principles of Feng Shui can already make a huge difference in you feeling at home in your home. Want to give it a try? So, in this episode, we will have a closer look at what Feng Shui is and what it isn't. So, some possible answers to that question is interior design. Well, that is more about fashion and personal taste and has not much to do with Feng Shui. Decorating your house with good luck objects. Well, good luck objects relate also to the culture we live in. So, a picture of this or that has a different meaning in different cultures. Enhancing wealth. Well, health, wealth, and prosperity by placing objects and cures is more about manifesting, actually. And there are only a few cases related to actual classic feng shui. Living in harmony with nature is what many people say. Well, close, really close. So, actually, the philosophy of feng shui is finding the good qi, tapping into the good qi, really having a good feeling where you are, where you live, in the surrounding and in your home. In the feng shui, we're assessing the flow of qi in a property and how the qi affects the residents. It's harnessing the qi from the external environment into the home to benefit all residents. So, and what is forming the chi? Well, we're coming to that in the next episode, but let me tell you so far that there is yang chi, which is active and dynamic. It's about working, it's performing, it's wealth and career related energies. And then there is yin chi, which is more passive, subtle, inactive, about health, development, relationships, feeling, thinking, perceiving. So, the origins of the classical feng shui are an interpretation of the natural world by observing the stars and the nature. And this was necessary for really many cultures, not just the Chinese metaphysics. It was especially important for the agricultural systems on the planet. And it was important to know the passage of time. So, what does feng shui mean? So, feng shui literally translates as wind and water. So feng shui is about looking at the soil and tasting the water, is what you find in the literature. And I find it amusing how when I studied geography and we were out in the fields, our professor would always say it is about tasting the soil and looking at the water. So similar, same, but different. So when it comes to water, a nearby source of running water was always essential for agricultural reasons, but also because it was considered carrying chi, the good chi, a source of fresh energy. So, a slow moving river is a stagnant chi. It can cause problems, but if it's too fast, it takes luck away too quickly. So, a meandering river is ideal in the feng shui. And nowadays, of course, you have also to consider pollution to decide whether a river carries good chi or bad chi. So these concepts, as well as the names wind and water, already shows you that we don't deal with a static system. This is very much about change, and change is inevitable. Like the tides of the sea, the exhalation and the inhalation, there's always change. It is about the rising and the falling of the energy throughout the decades, the year, the seasons, even the day. And it's also about the impact the surrounding has on us. It is about us in our surrounding, which means that one house suits one person, but not another. And that's why we're all different. So, what is important in the feng shui is the positioning of the house on the property, the position of the rooms in the house, and the composition of the furniture in the room, the light, the color, materials. And all these things lead to a perception that we have about the place. Feng Shui can benefit our lives in so many ways, even if we only scratch the surface. Um, but when we start changing factors in our environment, it will make us feel uncomfortable maybe in the beginning. This is why I always say don't change too much at a time. Just feel into it, because every change makes us feel a little bit uncomfortable. And then after a while, we will either still feel uncomfortable, then maybe that change was too much, too big, or anything like that. Or we start feeling really comfortable about it. And then you did the right thing. So we also gain insights in ourselves when we start changing things. How do we deal with changes? How reluctant are we to changes, to take on good stuff, actually? That is what I call the inner game of Feng Shui. And that's why I want you to do just one step at a time. You see, Feng Shui is a framework which helps you create the right positive space for you and your family. To change it to a space that supports you and nourishes you. It makes you feel like a safe haven, which works for you and not against you. Taking up your time and energy, why would you want that? So that makes then success, health, and wealth much easier to come to you. And this approach to buying a house, renovating a house, selling a house is very different to the Western approach, where it's much more important, how do I come easily to my job? Is there a good school for my kids? How many bedrooms do I need? So we have a different approach in the Feng Shui. I mean, this is also the surrounding, and all of these things are important too, but it's not as important as in the Western approach. You will get analytics at the hand to see your environment with different eyes and to analyze much deeper. And then you know what you lack in your life and what you need to change. I want you to be able to create a space that works for you and not the other way around. So in the next video, I will talk about basic concepts, because there is a difference, for instance, between long-term Feng Shui versus short-term Feng Shui. If you want to hang up crystals, by the way, and wait for your life to change, this is not Feng Shui. This is something else. And if you like the winking cat, that's fine, but just don't call it Feng Shui. And if you like what you see and hear here, like it, share it, subscribe, comment. Let me know what your Feng Shui problems or interests or experiences are. Would you like to come on that journey with me? I'm looking forward to your comments and to seeing you again here on this channel for my next episode. Bye.